Ladies and gentlemen, the National Wrestling Federation comes to the Anoka Armory on Main Street. Star Cage 86. Make that Star Cage 87. February 6th. And not one of the matches will be held in the cage. Not two. Not even four. But all 8 spectacular matches will be held inside a 12-foot high steel cage. But coming into the ring first, the recipients of our main event, the manager of none other than 6'8", 250-pound Luscious Larry. He is from Milan, Italy, beautiful Bobby Ferrari.
You know, a couple of weeks ago I complained out here in the studio, you people got here, about this fool out here with the kendo sticks. Well, I'm going to tell you again, that bimbo comes near me again, he's going to be turned into a human popsicle by the Luscious one. That's all I'm going to say right now. I'm pretty upset. I mean, I come down here, spend my time, come down here for these interviews, and there's some guy out there spinning sticks in my face.
Alright, and do you have anything to say, beautiful Bobby Ferrari, on the condition of Luscious Larry's training?
Luscious Larry's training right now. He ain't going to have no problem. The guy he's eating steel cages for breakfast. He's bending bars just to see how he can squish Pretty Boy Taylor's head through those bars. Pretty Boy Taylor, you're going to be in the ring with a live gorilla, Daddy-O.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here from a very angered but very confident, beautiful Bobby Ferrari. And ladies and gentlemen, coming in next, we have one half of the National Tag Team Champions. He is from the Deep South, Dixie Dave.
Why did you want to be out here?
We thought maybe you would have some words to say about the upcoming Star Cage 87.
Well, the next Star Cage 87, we're going up against that so-called Rock and Roll Express, who are the World Tag Team Champions right at this moment. We are going to wrestle in the steel cage on that day.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here from Dixie Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Cage 87, February 6th at the Anoka Armory in Anoka, Minnesota. The National Wrestling Federation, Sports Excellence. Don't you dare miss it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And I can't tell you how excited I am about Star Cage 87, February 6th, 1987, at the Anoka Armory, Anoka, Minnesota. And not one, not even two, but all of the matches that night will be fought inside a reinforced steel 12-foot cage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have coming into the ring, into the announcing area, he is Mr. Destroyer. And Mr. Destroyer is here with his sticks to tell us a few words about his matches that night.
Well, for one thing, I haven't found out who I'm wrestling that night, but Larry's manager, whatever your name is, beautiful. I shouldn't even say that. I'm swinging these sticks where I want, and I'd like to see Larry try it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from here. Mr. Destroyer. Mr. Destroyer will be on the card that night. He will be wrestling against, we do not know. The matches have not been signed yet. But coming into the ring, Mr. Destroyer's arch enemy at this point, he is none other than a U.S. champion, the one, the only, Mr. Macho.
Mr. Kelsey, the national champion. Mr. Crossen, the NWF Pro champion. And I have not defended my titles
take a look. Destroyer. Destruction. Thunder. Ooh, now we're getting the heavy stuff. Taylor! You see, I do not defend my title. I am up against the very best in this league. I go up against Crossen, Kelsey, the 4 men I have just named. And if you think Luscious Larry for 1 minute they can pin me or Slick Stevenson, you are badly mistaken. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here, Mr. Macho. Very upset about Mr. Destroyer's accusations of not defending his title. And coming into the ring now, we have the former lightweight tag team champions. They are, from Madison, Wisconsin, they are the Super D's. And I believe you have a few words to say about Star Cage 87, February 6th.
Who do we wrestle against?
I believe you will wrestle against, as you saw on the Saturday afternoon specials, the Super D's wanted a lightweight tag team title rematch against Spike and Rat Tail, the Blade Runners.
We got what we wanted.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, only a few words from Super D 1 and 2. And coming in now, we have Spike and Rat Tail, the lightweight tag team champions of the National Wrestling Federation. They are coming in. And we have word, they were accusing you of being the Dynamite Dude.
I don't know what this Dynamite Dude is. I don't know what, whoever's name is said this.
Denying the charges of being the Dynamite Dude and you.
Oh, no way. You wish. Just want him kicked out.
Alright, and you heard them. Oh, what is this? What is this? Beautiful Bobby Frog.
Got a little news for these two guys. I got the match signed for you against the Super D's. No problem. No problem. Got it already taken care of.
Okay, you heard Beautiful Bobby Frog.
Is this a cage match?
For Super D's, yes, it is a cage match. All matches that night.
I thought this was a, no cage match.
Excuse me, but you will have to talk that with James W. Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, that night, Star Cage 87, February 6th. Don't you dare miss it. The doors will open at 7 o'clock. That is at the Anoka Armory, Anoka, Minnesota. The ultimate card of the National Wrestling Federation. Don't you dare miss it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And coming into the ring. Who is coming? Cut it! Who's coming in? We ain't gone. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and coming into the ring, we have the Colossus of the National Wrestling Federation, the Olympian, Luscious Larry.
Yeah.
I see, and Larry, and Luscious Larry, do you have any words to say about Pretty Boy Taylor? A long, heated, disputed battle between you and Pretty Boy Taylor from Austin, Texas.
All I gotta say, Taylor, you better not even show up that night, because I'm gonna take your head. It's gonna be like a tomato. I'm gonna squish it right through a cage. And it's gonna be all over for you. Just bring a pint box, buddy. That's all I gotta say.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a very threatening 6'5", as you can see from my point of view. If you were here, you would realize the power and the strength of this man, Luscious Larry, the Colossus, the Olympian of the National Wrestling Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you again, the National Wrestling Federation will be holding the ultimate card For the first time in the history of the Quad Cities area, the National Wrestling Federation will be presenting Star Cage 87. February 6th in Anoka, Minnesota at the Anoka Armory, all up and down I-94, 35W, Cool Rapids Boulevard, Ramsey Boulevard, and Highway 10. They are talking about this one. And coming into the announcing area, we have the heavyweight world champion, Crusher Crossen.
Thank you, Jason. And let me tell you how it's been a pleasure. I tell you, Mr. X went down, like I said, at the Champion Legion, November 30th. He went down. He's out. I don't want to hear about Mr. X no more. He's finished. He went down for the 3-count. You were there at the Champion Legion. Now we're talking about Mr. Macho and Slick Stenerson. Now, and then we're going to be talking about them in the cage. And then this, and then that. Star Cage 87 is going to be one night when you're going to see the world champion, the national champion, take on Slick Stenerson and Mr. Macho and throw him out of the fence, or throw him through the fence, wherever it's going to be. I don't know how big the cage is going to be, but they're going through the fence, and we're going to get it 1, 2, 3. And that's all I really got to say, because, you know, I'm so excited about the whole thing. Like I said, we got Brooklyn Park, Anoka Armory, this, that, so many dates for this world title. But I'm still the champion. And, Macho, you don't like it? Destruction don't like it? Nobody else like it? Too bad, brother. The title's still here, and that's all I got to say. And Star Cage 87, I will be there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the heavyweight world champion, Crusher Crossen. Watch this program for tour dates for the National Wrestling Federation. Once again, we remind you, Star Cage 87, Anoka, Minnesota, February 6th at the Anoka Armory. Dare miss it, and we will be right back.